Yo, what up, y'all? So I'm doing this video to show y'all like how I go through my process of doing my cuts for my shirts. And it's gonna be a process that you never seen before. And I know you never seen it because I did a lot of research and I went across every freaking platform, any YouTube era, all that. And it's not the way how I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. And the way I'm gonna show y'all is actually out of my car. I can make shirts out of my car. So I'm gonna show y'all how I make the designs. I put it on my cutter machine, and I'm doing an iron with heat transfer. And I'm gonna show y'all how I go through that process, and it's gonna be something new for y'all to see. You have never seen this done before, and yeah, I'm gonna show y'all how I do it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna tell y'all how I wanted to get into this type of business. It started back in 2020, during a pandemic. I was like working, and everything was shut down during the pandemic. We couldn't work really. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and start my own business and come up with ways to make money without anyone interfering with that. So I come up with Glory South. You have to, since it's a business, you have to go to get your LLC to be legit. So, and copyright, not copyright, but like kind of copyright, trademark your brand name so no one will steal it from you. And so went through that process. I did all that. And like, I did like a few designs back in those times, like 2020, 2021, but I wasn't really like all the way in it until now. It's like I really have no choice to do it now. So I'm all in it. I'm fully committed to it. So they say like whenever you fully committed to something and you put your all into it, that's when you're gonna see the growth in it. And that's what I'm doing now. Like I'm putting my everything into Glory South. So I'm gonna show y'all how I go about that process. I'm gonna do the cuts back here in the back of my whip, and y'all stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna show y'all how I cut my designs. All right, I got like an inverter converter right here. That's plugged. You have plugs like this. You can plug into it. And I got this little plug. I plug it in here. Plug it back here. Gives this power. Because you don't have these type of plugs in your car. Here's my portrait that I was telling y'all about. You can find it online for like maybe what, $200 or so. I got like the older version of it, so I think they have like newer versions that's like a little bit more expensive, but this all you need right here if you wanna just make shirts. So I'm gonna turn that on, have it set. You have to have it the needle set at a certain force that'll cut your shirt a certain way. And I actually do my designs off this tablet. It's like I got a Samsung tablet, you know, and the app that I use is called Silhouette. It's like a Silhouette app that you have your designs, you take your designs in, and then you can send the designs to the machine, and then the machine prints it out. It cuts your vinyl right here. It prints your design from this, send it to that, and then it goes on here. So I'm gonna show y'all a few steps in how I do this thing. So I turn it on. It's like a free app that you can design things off of. It's free. You don't have to pay for that at all. Okay, here, so I have my logo here, Glory South. It's my company that I was telling y'all about. And this is I'm gonna print this out and we're gonna do a cut. I'm gonna show y'all how we do the cut. So I'm gonna make it my chart, I have this right here. This is where you have your measurements of how large or how small you want your image to come out. So you see those lines in the background of this right here is basically those lines are these lines. So if however the size you have it on this, it's gonna match up to this right here. Let me go here and I'm gonna make more duplicates of these right here. 3 of these on here that'll fit. So let me make this a little smaller. Make this one a little smaller. Matter of fact, erase these so they all be the same size on here, because I don't want to make one bigger than the other. See, I have all 3 of them now, so I will want to send, before I send this to here, to the portrait, I want to mirror the image, or like basically flip the image, because if you don't, it'll print out like this, and then it won't really whenever you go to put it on your shirt, it'll come out like the opposite way, like backwards. So I'm gonna flip it like that. Okay, now that I have it all lined up and all perfect, I'm going to press send, and then we're cutting heat transfer. So I'm gonna pick heat transfer, and you're gonna use I like to use the smooth, cut it smooth. Continue, and we're gonna press cut, continue. We're using an auto blade. Other settings right here, I like to have my speed to 4. My blade depth is gonna be 10, and my force is gonna be 15. And I'm gonna confirm my settings here. I want to press that, cut all my lines, and then press continue. Find my portrait here. And before I send that over, it's time for me to put my vinyl on here. All right, so I got my blue vinyl on here. Okay, so once it's all loaded into your machine, I'm gonna go back to here, and I'm gonna press send. It's gonna send it to the portrait. Press next. Now it's gonna load onto the mat. Make sure my auto blades detected. Here we go. So that the noise that it's doing is clicking down to the depth blade that I set for 10. It goes to 10, and then voila, it's gonna start your process of cutting. And this should take it don't really take that long. It depends on your speed of your blade that you set it to. So I set mine to, what was it, 4? So this is the speed of 4. And then I guess you can go up to, I think 10, maybe 10 is the highest speed you can go to. But I don't need a 10. That's like kind of too fast for me. So I set it at 4 for like a clean, smooth cut. So now that this is cutting up, I'm doing this from the back of the trunk of my car. So y'all, you able to get money anywhere. I just pull up on you, whatever you want to do, whatever type of design you want, whatever type of font, anything you want to go on the t-shirt, right here in the back of the trunk on my whip. I have my t-shirts there. I have some other vinyl and things that I cut out already. Basically, this is what we cutting right here. And this is on a shirt that I have online. In your own brand, you can do it. It's easy. It's easy, it's simple. All right, so this cut is done now. So when this is done, I'm press that button, has it come out, and I don't know if you guys can see the cut on here, but this is the cutout of the design I just put from the Talent Go from the Silhouette Studio to here. And then now you will have to cut the vinyl out. So I have my scissors here and I have my tool. And you're gonna need this right here is it's like a weeding tool to weed out your image of your design that you have from here. So I'm gonna do a cutout and then I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna start this weeding. So now I'm gonna weed this out. This weeding needle is gonna weed out the design. You have to be careful with it because you can mess up your design if you don't like weed it out the right way. Like I said, this takes time. Like this is not a process that you can like rush and like get frustrated with. Like you really have to take your time with stuff like this. As you can see, it's starting to get there. It takes time. And as you can see, I'm kind of like pulling it off because I'm like kind of like used to it. Like I need the needle sometimes, but I'm so used to doing it now. So I'm like kind of like just pulling it off now. And it's like the settings on the way you cut it also helps too, because if you cut it like too soft, it won't give you like a clean cut and it'll be like kind of hard for you to do your weeding. So it's good to know how to set your settings on your machine once you start doing your cutting. So we almost done here with this. And this is my Glory South logo that you guys will see like on my t-shirts or my hats or anything that has to do with Glory South. This is the logo for it right here. Make sure you get in there. I'm glad they made tools like this because this thing right here is so fine and it'll get right in there. Voila. So there we go. So let me finish getting this inside of this out. That out there. Is voila. Here we go. Gotta iron it. Usually like a card name from there. Insert. Okay, now you have your Teflon sheet. You're gonna place your Teflon sheet over the cutout of the image, and then you're gonna grab your iron and you're gonna go over it
just a slightly iron on. You'll want to do this for maybe 30 to 40 seconds. Just slowly going over the image using a Teflon sheet. Okay, so once you're done with that going over the ironing, as you can see, the image is on now. It's on the t-shirt now. So now you just slowly remove the plastic that's on there. Slowly remove it. It depends on what type of heat transfer you have. Some are hot removal or cold removal. So you check with your vinyl before you get to removing it. So this is a hot removal. So I'm removing it now. Why is it still hot? Just slowly removing it. As you can see, the image is now there on the shirt. And there you have it. Glory South shirt made in back of my truck. And like I said, if you want any type of images or any type of shirts you want made, just hit me up. Glory South. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.